I was surprised to hear the degree of the attack and the hack, knowing that there was that much information that had just been saved and had not been encrypted or otherwise protected.
Now at 5:30, we are hearing from a retired Columbus Division of Police officer for the first time since it was revealed that the Columbus Police Matrix is now on the dark web. A cybersecurity expert showed 10 TV that data last week, which included private information of officers, victims, and even undercover officers. Thanks for joining us tonight on 10 TV News at 5:30. I'm Angela Ann.
And I'm Doug Petcash in for Andrew Kinsey. Also last week, the city of Columbus was granted a temporary restraining order against that expert. 10 TV's Tara Jabor is following this story for us today. And so, Tara, what else did this officer tell you?
Well, Doug and Angela, I spoke to Eric Stoddard, who retired from the Columbus Division of Police in 2016. Now, he worked for the division for 25 years, most of that time spent in the fraud and forgery unit. Stoddard says the hack never should have happened.
Eric Stoddard worked for the Columbus Division of Police for 25 years. He meets with his fellow retired officers. When the news broke about the cyber attack on the city of Columbus, it was the topic of discussion at breakfast.
Does anybody know if this applies in any way to retired officers also? And from other people at the table, I got a resounding yes. I said, is the city planning on doing anything for us? And I was told not until they're forced to.
The city of Columbus is offering free Experian for 2 years for anyone who may be affected by the hack. They're encouraging people to do so. Stoddard says he immediately contacted Experian and the other credit bureaus to monitor his credit. Then he went to his bank.
Just this last week, I was down at my bank transferring some money to a dormant account to get it out of my active account because that apparently may be available now. And mentioned that to one of the bankers who said several other Columbus police officers had been in that week.
His next thought, the sensitivity of the information that him and the fellow officers collect on a daily basis.
Because there were a lot of sensitive things. I worked the east side on the overnight shift for most of the 1990s, and I took a lot of reports. The victims would not want to have that information out there. And they were not available to the public on the reports anyway.
He says the silence from the city has been telling, but it didn't surprise him.
Not surprised. I know right now nothing coming out of Columbus Police Headquarters or any employees therein is available to the public without the permission of City Hall. My own gut feeling is that most of that would never have come out if it was coming from City Hall. That information would never have made it to the public.
Now, the cyber attack against the city of Columbus is something we've followed since July. To learn more about how to protect your personal information, text the word hack to 614-460-3345. We'll send a link with more details right to your phone. Reporting live in the studio, Tara Jabor, 10 TV News.